Hi, this is Sylvia Sykes. I'm really excited. Nick and I are very excited to be coming to Korea. We're just super excited that you invited us to come. Both Nick and I are Balboa dancers. We both do Lindy Hop as well. I think some of you may know Nick from his Lindy Hop. Most of you don't know me because I have not been to Korea yet. And Balboa is our closed dance that we do, and we love Balboa. I've been doing Balboa since 1984, so I've been doing it for many, many years. The old timers taught me to dance. I actually learned from Maxie Dorf and Willie Desitoff, and then Inez Thompson and Ann Mills and Natalie Esparza are the people who actually taught me to do my Balboa. So I'm not as good as any of them, but I did learn from the actual source. And Nick has spent years and years and years studying Balboa, and together, from what he studied with tapes and from what I remember the feel, we've been able to recreate a lot of the feel for the old dance, not just the patterns. For us, the Balboa is not just about the figures or the patterns. There's a magic feel that's very much important in the dance. So that's what we're hoping to be able to bring to Korea and share with you. I was asked to talk a little bit about the Balboa dancers that inspired me. The old timers would be Maxie Dorf, Willie Desitoff, Ed and Inez Thompson. The ladies would be Ann Mills and also Natalie Esparza. There were many other people who I took things from who were kind enough to teach me, but those were the main influences in my dancing. As far as modern day Balboa dancers, I think Nick Williams is great because he dances more the way I dance, so of course that makes sense to me. For the ladies, the current ladies, I really like Denise Williams or Denise Phelan. I really like Laura Keats. I like Marie. Let's see. I like Mia. I'm probably leaving 10 people out. Let me look at my notes. I love Kelly Aresnault too. Those are the followers I think that are at the top level who have also been able to develop a personal style. There's many other great follows, and I'm probably leaving some of my favorites out. I apologize. As far as the leaders, again, Nick Williams, David Rehm is great. I think for innovation that Jeremy Otth, who usually dances with Laura, is a very important figure in the contemporary Balboa scene. And again, there's lots and lots of other great Balboa dancers out there. But those are kind of the guys that I think are top at some of the aspects of Balboa that I find important, being flow and continuity that Nick Williams has, and some of the precision that David Rehm has, and just the wonderful creativity that Jeremy Otth has. So those are some of my favorites. Let's see. Nick, as I said, Nick and I are very excited to be coming to Korea. I hope that you are able to come join us. Both Nick and I love Balboa very, very much. I spent almost 20 years dancing Balboa with my original partner, Jonathan. We were not the old-timers and we're not the contemporary people. We're what we're called mid-timers. It's kind of between the kids and the old people. We learned Balboa early, and we loved the dance and tried to pass it on. We had a pretty good Balboa scene in Santa Barbara, where we're from, and we danced a lot there, and we taught all of our students. And every time Jonathan and I would travel anywhere, we would make sure we did a little bit of Balboa. It was just the basic class over and over and over again for years and years and years. So we started doing this in 1984, and the first time that there were some new kids into the system other than our students in Santa Barbara was about 1998. So it was 14 years of nobody else wanting to do Balboa, and now I'm so excited that Balboa has exploded all over the world. The very first all Balboa weekend in the contemporary scene was in Cleveland, Ohio, and Valerie Sahlstrom and Joel Plies were partners at that point, and they're the first promoters who took a chance to have an all Balboa weekend. Jonathan and I would go to Cleveland and do Lindy workshops with a little bit of Balboa, but we thought we'd love to see what happens if we did all Balboa, and they took a chance on it to see if it would work, and it was a success, and from there grew the All Bal Weekend, or ABW, which is the granddaddy very first All Balboa Weekend. Joel has since moved to California, and he puts on Rendezvous, and as you know, there's Balboa Weekends all over the world now, and but I need to give credit to Joel Plies and Valerie Sahlstrom for being brave enough those many years ago, I think it was 7 years ago, to try to put on an all Balboa weekend. The first all Balboa weekend I did outside the United States was in Toulouse, France, for Bernard and Anne-Helene, who are really, really great Balboa dancers from France. So I'm happy to see that this dance that I love so much is all over the world now, and I'm very excited that I get to come to Korea and show you that. And also I know the old-timers, most of whom are dead now, would be so happy and their hearts would be so full if they knew that people were doing Balboa all the way into Korea. So thank you so much. I hope to see you. Bye-bye.